Hello all, welcome to oratrainings.com. In this session, we'll discuss about RTF subtemplate in Oracle Fusion BI. So we'll try to understand what is subtemplate and what is RTF subtemplate and how do we test the subtemplate from the desktop and how do we upload the subtemplate in the instance and validate. So the first thing is what is subtemplate? So a subtemplate is nothing but a piece of functionality which we can reuse it. So that's a major functionality of a subtemplate. So that, like, let us say you have a header and footer and you want to use the same header and footer in across all the reports which you design, then you can just simply design a subtemplate for that. Or let us say you have an address for your company and you want to use the same address across all the templates, you can simply use the subtemplate. And of course, there are some dynamic conditionals. If you want to enable or disable a particular logo based on the particular business unit, you can simply use a subtemplate feature. Okay. And even of course for the purpose of some like a calculation also you can use a subtemplate. Now in our discussion today we'll discuss about the RTF subtemplate. So RTF subtemplate is nothing but we simply design an RTF file in which we create a template tag and provide the appropriate values. So using this particular template tag we'll define the subtemplate, and then we'll be importing this particular subtemplate in the main template and call the logic appropriately. So there are two ways, like when you design any of the sample application or sample template, you need to validate from your local system as well as you need to validate from the instance, right? So for for sub template you have to just need to use like a different syntax when you're trying to validate the sub template from the local system. So nothing but like assume that you want to use the sub template in the main template. So generally, like there are two things you have to consider. So let me show you the major thing first of all. So when you're trying to use a sub template in the what do you call, in the main template, we have to use a syntax called import command, and then we have to mention a tag called call template. So there are two things we have to mention. One is import as well as call. So import mentions that where is the location of your sub template, and call mentions that what is the functionality you want to invoke in the sub template. Okay, so now what we want to achieve actually is like in this particular sample, we'll try to display a logo dynamically based on the business unit, and also display address based on the address which is available in the subtemplate. Okay, so there are two things we'll try to achieve. So when you're trying to test the subtemplate from local system, what we have to do is you have to mention this particular import command, a different import command. And when you're trying to like, and also there is one more important setting when you're trying to test the subtemplate from local system, you have to test via using a BIP published template viewer. In the setting, you have to enable this particular XDK secure IO mode value to false. Okay, and then you can test it. And similarly, when you want to, like, how do we upload, right? So as we said, you like subtemplate is nothing but an RTF file. You just need to create your subtemplate file, and you have to use the upload from the global BI particular login, and then upload the subtemplate. And once the subtemplate is uploaded, then what we can do, this will be like this. This is how the subtemplate looks like, and then you can use the subtemplate in your main template. So in our case today, we'll be designing this particular subtemplate where I have three logos based on the company, based on the BU. I want to display the appropriate logo in the output. Okay, and this is my main template where we have the pivot details, and here we want to display the logo, and the right side we want to display the address. Okay, so let us design this particular sample now. So the first thing is, let us consider the query, right? So this is our query. So here I have already hard coded to display the pivot data based on the business unit. So I'll just refresh this. Let me create new data model. Let's wait for a few seconds. Let me try reopening then. It does not work. Click on new data model. It's working fine. I'll copy the query and save the data model. So I prefer to save the data model in my custom folder, like in the custom or our trainings folder, FGHIJK. PO details. One minute. Again, it got stuck. Let's try once more. Let me try third time. New data model. Save it. Custom. PO details. Very strange. It's getting stuck when I just mentioned that. Let me try the analytics approach. Either way, it should work fine, but click on create data model. PO details. Okay, I just mentioned PO details with subtemplate. Or better, I'll just say PO details, BU wise report. BU wise report data model. Just click on save. Now I'll just mention the query. I'll just say G underscore PO details application. Copy the query. So colon P underscore BU name is our parameter. So I'll just create BU parameter now, business unit. I'll save it. And for the BU, we'll just create a parameter. I'm just hard coding them. Okay. So this is our BU parameter list of values. I'll just create new list of values. BU list. Save it. Click on BU name and here menu and BU list. And here we try to prefer to select only one. So I'll just see remove, can select all. Click on save. Go to the PO details. Click on data. Now let us see the list of value here. The BU parameter should display this one. Yep, this fine. It's working fine. Okay. So now what it is doing, it is trying to fetch the data based on the BU what we selected. So I'll just click on save now. Export. So now it is fetching only Germany data. Let's say if you want to get the Italy data, click on view, export. So now we got the Germany data as well as Italy data. So let it be to BU data and copy this data model to the appropriate location where we are trying to display our subtemplate. So now what we do, we'll create the data like our template, the main template. PO details, BU wise, TMPL, RTF. So I'll just simply load the data. So this is the first one, Germany data, table using a wizard. So I'll select a couple of columns like maybe vendor ID, PO number, supply number, line number, amount calculated. That's it. And finish. So now we got the basic PO data. Now the next thing what we want to achieve is using subtemplate approach. We want to design our report such a way that it will display the logo dynamically based on the template as well as address also. So now what I'll do is I'll click on insert and header, click on header. And first of all, we have to design our template, right? We have to design our subtemplate. So let me show you the subtemplate which I want to consider. So this is subtemplate which I want to consider. So let me open the subtemplate. Here the name of the subtemplate is nothing like it is PO logo subdetails .rtf. This is my subtemplate. And what I have done here is I mentioned a template logo, a template tag colon followed by tag name called logo BU. In that I mentioned PRC BU name, but from where I'm getting the PRC BU name? So here if you observe, the PRC BU name is coming from the data model XML. So let us see that. So if you see the PRC BU name here, this is a data model XML in which we have the appropriate BU name. So the subtemplate will read the value of that and it will validate what is the value of BU name. Based on that, it will call the appropriate template tag. So call template GER, and you'll for the Germany you'll get this logo. For Italy you'll get this logo, and for the other country you'll get the other logo. Yes, you'll get the other logo. And now other one is we want to display the address. So for displaying the address, I'm just using a tag called template colon my address. So now what we have to use, we have to import this particular subtemplate as well as we have to call the appropriate tag. So now let us see that one by one. So first of all, I will divide this into two sections, like I insert nothing but two columns. And the first one is I want to import the subtemplate, right? So if it is a local, so we want to validate our particular subtemplate from the local system once, first of all. And this is the import tag for the subtemplate. And how do you invoke it? To invoke a BU, what I have to mention, call template logo BU. And for the address, what we have to do, we have to mention call template my address. This is what we have to mention. Okay. We can format it appropriately. Okay. Maybe we can increase the layout for now so that it will be good. Okay. And now let us validate from the validate the template. So how do we validate? We have to use a template viewer. So open the template viewer that will be available in this particular installation directory of your Oracle BI Publisher desktop. Click on tmplviewer.jar. Once you open it, just change the first setting here, XDK secure input mode to false. Okay. And after that, click on this particular files and here you just browse to the location where you have your subtemplate. So in our case, I'll copy this location, click on browse, and the left side I'll select the data model. Right side you select the template and click on start processing. Okay, so it's failing. So maybe what we have to validate is like check the location of your template. Is there any mistake here? This is a very important setting. If there is any issue here, it will not work. So now just check it once again. Is there any issue here? Okay, so this is the issue. So here, if you observe, right, this location seems a little bit different. So let me change it appropriately. This is courses, RTF template. That's it. Okay. So this was the issue. So what I'll do, I'll copy the location again of the import command and again try, save it and retry. Now click on start processing again. Okay. Now we got the Germany logo. Now let me try with the other country logo. Let us say I'll just select the data model 1.xml and click on start processing and see what happens now. You get the Italy logo. And similarly, you can try the other country also. Now, dynamically, the logo is selecting. And even, of course, for the addresses, what we have done is we have hard-coded with a single template, but using country-specific logo, using country-specific address also, we can get it. And same way, what we can do, now the major important thing is registration of the sub-template. So as of now, we created our main template. And then we create a main template, subtemplate, and we test it from local system. Let us test the same thing from the application instance, right? So now what you can do, click on create, upload the main template, and then you can upload the subtemplate. Either way should be fine. We can upload the subtemplate first or later at the main template also. Let's click on new report. Select the data model. Click on OK. Now click on report editor and finish. That's it. So, but there is one important thing we have to change it. Okay, let us finish this report registration once. PO details BU wise report. I'll simply say repo. Okay. So now what we have to change, the first thing here is like when you're trying to test the template from the Fusion application instance, you have to mention the import location of the subtemplate. So when we upload the subtemplate, so the first thing is we want to make sure that we will load the subtemplate in the same location, in this location, right? Again, it depends, like you can load wherever you want, but the only thing is you just need to mention the appropriate location carefully. So I assuming that I load the subtemplate in this location in Aura trainings folder. So I'll just change it like this. So first of all, 1 minute. Should be very careful here. Okay. Upload, output. BUS template, RTF English. Upload. So main template is uploaded, but still not work because we have not uploaded our subtemplate. We have to upload our subtemplate now. So once this is done, we have to upload our subtemplate and then we can test it. Okay, save it. Now click on create and here you click on subtemplate. And here in this particular section, click on this particular upload icon, select the template file. Now what we have to upload, we have to upload the PO logo subtemplate details RTF and locale is English and click on OK. Yeah, it will take time. Okay. Now click on save. And now when it is asking for save, make sure that you mention the appropriate name. So I'm going with this name. Don't mention any extension. That will come by default. Don't mention the extension .xsb. That will come by default. You have to consider the XSB only in the import command when you are importing the subtemplate in the main template. Okay. Now it is saved. I'll click on save again. Click on return. Now let us test the main template. So I'll go to catalog. Okay. So this is our subtemplate and this is our BU wise report. Click on open and let us select the appropriate BU. Yeah, by default Germany BU was selected and we got the logo and maybe we can try the Italy. Click on apply. Right? We got the other logo. Click on US1 and we should get the other logo. So right, so dynamically we are able to differentiate the logos based on the BU we selected. Of course, for our address, the same address we mentioned for all the BUs. That also we can just achieve it respectively. Okay. So this is all about RTF subtemplate in Oracle Fusion BI. Thank you.